Hey, it's Jeff McNichol down here at Mom's Music, 1900 Melwood Avenue. And I was just thinking, when I was a kid, the magic was at Frankfort Avenue, the Mom's Music at Frankfort Avenue. And I used to beg people to get a ride down there just to hang out with the guys and see all the cool gear. Now that I'm the owner of this store, it's like a dream come true. We're recreating the magic with the vibe that we used to have at the old store. We're carrying all the gear that you're going to possibly want. We're giving you the outstanding service and personal attention that you deserve. Yeah, so we've got the great guitar shop here. We're carrying USA Fender, USA Gibson, Paul Reed Smith, Gretsch, Jackson, Charvel, anything you could possibly want, we're going to have it for you. Mom's is and always will be Louisville's music store.
Thank you for tuning into the Metal Forge. I am Mark Jackson and I am your host. The premise of the show is pretty simple. Awesome interviews and awesome music. If you want to contact me, hit me up at metalforgeradio@gmail.com or visit the website metalforgeradio.com. And now let's get this show on the road. Hey, thank you all for tuning into the Metal Forge this week. I'm Mark Jackson. I'm your host. We are here. We are one. No, wait, that's a Kiss lyric, I think. Anyways, whatever. Blazon Rite from Philly is here with me, and we're going to be talking some shop on some awesome Pennsylvania metal. I think it's super rad because just like the PDX, the Portland scene, Pennsylvania seems like it's a super fucking hotbed of metal these days. That's so cool because so many awesome bands are coming out of that area. But we're going to get to that here in just a few minutes, though. I do want to say what an awesome last few weeks it's been here at the Metal Forge. Some new Patreon subscribers, the YouTube views, they're starting to come in as well. I'm currently in talks with a couple of people to have some new Metal Forge shirts, patches, and some other things going on. Oh, and the big thing, I'm actually starting to take submissions for the Metal Forge Sampler Compilation album. So if you're in a band and that sounds cool to you, hit me up at metalforgeradio@gmail.com and put MF Comp in the subject line, and I will get back to you momentarily. We can talk about licensing and all that stuff. But yes, that is supposedly, we're trying to get it worked out to where it's going to be a real thing here soon, before the end of the year for sure. I'm starting to like these weekly questions, and by the looks of it, you guys are liking them too, which so cool for that, and thank you so much. Last week, I asked, what is your best concert experience? Brother Todd from the Deacons of Doom said he was able to see DMX and Cash Money. DMX came out from beneath the stage and Cash Money came out from a helicopter. Dude, that's so sick. Ruminate on that. Caitlin replied when she saw Breaking Benjamin and they stopped the concert to kick a guy out who was being an asshole. And I'm going to say yes and kudos to them for that, because if somebody's out in the crowd being a fucking dick, it's the singer's job to sit there and to stop the show and say, hey, dude, stop being a fucking dick, and to have them removed. That's total kudos to that guy. Metal Warlord, Maiden outside at night in a thunderstorm. That's totally rad shit. I've been to 2 concerts ever where it has rained. Ozfest 2000, and then it immediately got so fucking humid I thought I was going to die. And Metallica back in 2017 in St. Louis. It was horrible because there was a lightning storm and we didn't know if the show was actually going to happen because of that, because it was a stadium, of course. And I was just so fucking drenched and miserable. The show was great. James sidekicked the acoustic stand because it wasn't working right. So fucking drenched though. I walked from the hotel to there and it was so bad. I immediately just died as soon as I got back to the room. Ultimate Power Corrupts. Slayer playing Seasons in the Abyss in its entirety and Bolt Thrower at Maryland Death Fest. That's super fucking killer, dude. I saw Slayer once, and it was in an amphitheater here in Indiana. It's the old Deer Creek. It's called something else now. The fans completely ripped up the grass portion of the seating, and nothing but grass and trash and fires were fucking grass and trash flying through the air. It was fucking amazing. And it was such the fucking, like, to that point was like the best concert I'd ever seen in my life, because it was just so fucking brutal. I don't even think people do that at shows anymore. Maxwell Jeffries from Underking says he got to see Ghost at Bloodstock in 2017. He said it was an absolutely incredible gig, and he was able to see Airborne at the Manchester Ritz. Personally, I've never seen Airborne, not ever really been a big fan of them. Probably have to get more into that. But Ghost, I saw them around the same time here in America, and it was super fucking rad. I was never really a Ghost fan. They put on an amazing performance. I was surprised, completely surprised. And Courtney says, Prince. I get that. You know, I've heard how much of a tool he could be backstage, but, you know, I really wish I was able to see him before he passed away. Dude was crazy as shit on performing, from just watching videos of him. One of my favorite videos is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, where they were honoring George Harrison. And it was Jeff Lynne, Tom Petty, Prince, and a slew of other fucking people playing While My Guitar Gently Weeps. And Prince just starts ripping the solo in the song, right? And they trade off a couple of times, and by the time at the end of the song, he just sits there and he takes off his Telecaster and he just throws it in the air and walks off stage like in a strut as soon as he was done soloing. And I was like, wow, that's pretty fucking cool. But yeah, like I said, I wish I was able to see him before he passed away, but I didn't get a chance to. All right, this week's question is, how far have you traveled to see a band, and who was it? Touring musicians, you're kind of disqualified from this question, because we know you travel for your gig, right? And you could see somebody in Germany that I wouldn't have been able to see on that tour or something if they never came to America. So anyways, maybe next week for you touring musicians out there. Thank you. Anyways, I do want to say one last thing before we cruise in and listen to some music and talk to the dudes in Blazon Rite. Please make sure you click the links to the sponsors and the bands below, because over the last year it has been increasingly harder for bands with no shows to make anything from music. And a lot of these guys depend on this for their living. So please click the links below, buy some music, buy some merch, so on and so forth. And also, thank you to the sponsors, Mom's Music, Maxwell's House of Music. So go buy your gear, do whatever you want to do there. You know, you want a new acoustic guitar, go buy one from them. You want a ukulele, buy one from them. Anything like that. Cigar box guitars, they have them. They have electrics, they have acoustics, they have bass, they have drum gear. You've heard the ads. You know, Mom's Music, Maxwell's House of Music. Check them out. Go to their websites. Also want to thank the Wrestling Steve show. He did an awesome watch along this past week with the NXT show, the main event, Tommaso Ciampa and Volter for the UK Championship. Super fucking rad show. Go check it out. It's Gonna Get Weird podcast. They had Tony Vanetti, a local DJ here in the Louisville, Kentucky area. He's been on awesome radio. He's done cool shit over the last 30 years of his career. Check him out. It's super fun. It's gonna get weird for sure. Also, the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast. Love those dudes, and I love being able to help support their cause as well. So check them out. And Better Days Records. If you're here in the Louisville, Kentucky area, they have a Discogs link below in the description. Check them out. Buy some stuff from them. Buy some CDs. Buy some vinyl. They've got some awesome, killer, cool find shit. Like, I was in there just the other day, and I found a copy of the Rock and Roll Outlaw. Shout out if you know who that is. If you do, send me a message. Anyways, let's listen to some Blazon Rite. This is Into the Expanse.
It guides my way.
All right, and that was Into the Expanse by Blazon Rite. And I have the guys here on the line with me right now. Let's go around the room and introduce ourselves here.
I'm Johnny. Oh, sorry.
It's all good.
I'm Peirson.
What do you play, dog?
Oh, shit. My bad.
Start over.
Well, I play, all right. My name's Peirson, and I play lead guitar, bass, and keyboards.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, and French horn.
What?
And piccolo. Yeah, I play a lot of shit.
Holy shit.
But no, I play lead guitar, bass, and keyboards on the album. So.
Awesome. So we've got Peirson, Johnny,
Jim.
And how are you guys doing today? You doing all right?
Yeah, doing good.
Just chilling.
Thanks for having us, man.
No, dude, thank you all for coming on the show this week. Tell everybody out in Metal Forge Land about Blazon Rite.
So we formed probably a little over a year and a half ago. I had some songs, and I I've been playing in a band with Johnny already, so it just made sense. And Johnny had sang in a band before us, and I really liked it a lot. So I figured it would be good for us to team up. And then Peirson came along, and then we recorded our demo and put it out. Sold 100 cassettes pretty quick, and then got picked up by Gates of Hell, and then they agreed to put out our new record. So things kind of moved pretty quickly, especially considering we're, during the pandemic and everything. So we got kind of lucky.
For sure. It looks like the EP came out last year in 2020. Help me with the name of it.
It's in Latin, so I have a hard time with it as well, but it's Dulce Bellum in Expertise.
Dolce Bellum in Expertis.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Definitely. There we go. and for my stupid ass, what does that translate to?
So it roughly means, I guess in a easier way to put it, it's a quote from this old philosopher essentially explaining that war seems romantic to those who haven't suffered through it or fought in war themselves. So it's kind of just like a philosopher's take on glorifying war. And so it's a little bit tongue in cheek, but also a little bit fitting with like the fantasy theme.
Definitely. And it absolutely goes with the name Blazon Rite to begin with. Let's just go
exactly.
ahead and say that. Anybody who doesn't know.
Very important.
For sure. It looks like here you all have a full-length album coming out here in May called Endless Halls of Golden Totem.
Should be out at the very end of May on Gates of Hell Records.
So it's due out at the end of May. It looks like you've got 8 tracks on there, roughly about 40 minutes of music. Tell us about that. How did it come about? What's the main inspiration point?
I pretty much, since even before the EP came out, I was writing more songs. So as soon as that came out, we started working on new songs, and we finished the last song probably like a week or two before we recorded. So because we couldn't rehearse a lot last year or the beginning of last year. So we finally decided to just get together towards the end of last year and just really go through all these songs that I had written and just hammer them out. And then, we were ready to go. So I'm pretty stoked on the way they came out. They sound so much more polished than the EP. Johnny's vocals sound so much better. Pearson's solos. Pearson's solos are even more fucking shredder, so we're stoked.
Hell yeah, that sounds awesome. You held off till the end of last year to kind of get together and do all this, get together to write and record and so on and so forth because of the pandemic. Other than that, how has the pandemic seriously affected what you all would be doing already?
Probably playing live shows, because we got to play one live show, and it's just something that I feel like, we all have our own idea of like what we're going to do when we play live, but for me personally, I would like it to be theatrical. I know Jim and Peirson probably feel the same way, and Haley, but like we all have this idea of what we're going to be doing live, and all we can do is talk about it when we're practicing,
right?
And sometimes we say the crazy shit we would like to do, but who knows if that's ever going to happen,
right?
But for now, I'm content just making the music in the basement.
Okay, well, and
because we're not going to do any live show,
not for any time coming, for sure.
I know that we're not really planning on trying to play anything. Like we have like a high expectation now, like we don't want to be playing in a basement or anything right now. Like that's not what we're trying to do. We want to do something different. We want to play like festivals, we don't want to be bullshitting, and we put too much time into this and we dealt with too much to be doing that.
For sure.
Maybe we will. Who knows?
And
I'm getting tired of it.
It is kind of weird because we can't sell our merch in person. So there's dealing with like trying to promote it online, which is hard because you're not getting rid of physical copies in person at the show. So that kind of sucks. And it's also weird releasing music and, your only outlet is the internet. So you're hoping that people just take the time to listen to your stuff. Because that's really the only way they're going to hear it, is just like taking the time to sit there and listen to a 40-minute album online, which we got pretty good feedback on our YouTube, on the YouTube posting of our EP, which was kind of surprising. Because me personally, I just never expect anyone to sit there and listen to the whole thing. But, it's cool that people take the time to do that for new bands,
Definitely. Well, I mean, I think there's still a lot of people out there, because I'm one of those guys where I tend to listen to something in its entirety at a first setting. Whether that may be do it in the car or, just try to set aside some time during the day to listen to at least something new from somebody. A full EP, an album, whatever the case may be. So definitely, it is a very hard market these days when it is just the internet.
Yeah.
For sure. And it definitely takes, we've had a lot of good feedback, and we're glad that there's people like you out there. I mean, I'm the same way. I listen to a whole thing like all the way through, but there's just so much content out there. You can't expect people to sit there for forever. So, but it's cool. And I think we've got enough good response from the EP, and listening back to it now, I can't wait for people to hear the new stuff, because it's just head and shoulders better, I think.
Definitely. And I think that's a natural progression of music. Is one of those things where you have to have A to get to B to get to C. So with you all being in the same area, when it comes to writing, I understand a lot of people still do it at home. I mean, do you all have to get together and do something, or is it one of those things where you're recording on your Focusrite rig and you're sending it to each other?
That's mostly Jim. Me and him get together with the vocals because he writes the vocal parts, and so we get together with that and we go over it together.
Yeah, Jim writes pretty much everything. And me and him will exchange sound bites and stuff of riffs, and then we'll show up to practice and just play off of those riffs and stuff. So, and then we're also learning riffs at practice as well.
For sure. And obviously everybody has the jam room session type stuff where you start playing a riff that you're learning from each other, and and you just go on this tangent, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes I'll have a riff and I have no idea what'll go over it, and Peirson will just at practice just bang out some insane. There's a lot of those moments on the new album that I had no idea for what would go over it, and he'll just go into some crazy shit that I didn't even imagine, and then it'll just wind up being the highlight of the song. So that's definitely happened a few times on this last record.
Oh yeah.
And it's cool because I'll have all the songs, and then after this time after we record, Peirson will just take them, and then a week or two later they'll just have all these crazy solos over it. So that's always good to have a dude who can just take the songs and then go wild.
Absolutely.
Peirson was I was playing bass at first, and then I was like, yo, I want to sing. And then we got Peirson to play bass, and then we couldn't find a guitarist because it's impossible. And then Peirson started playing guitar, and he just was way better than we ever thought. He was keeping a secret or something.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I kind of wanted somebody else to play guitar.
Motherfucker.
I really did want somebody else to play lead guitar, because I do like playing bass a lot. Yeah. But I love playing guitar as well. I don't have an issue with that, and I've learned to love playing guitar in this band too, man. So it's awesome, And I love just playing these solos all over the place. It's just a great time. So
yeah, and he's way better at soloing than I am, so that really helps.
Yes, I would definitely be a rhythm player because I'm a bass player anyways, so I get you. and yes, it is fun to play bass.
Yeah, we do have a bass player now, though. We do. He's coming. He'll be around soon.
Right. That's awesome. All right, I'm getting a flashing light here from the production team. I think it's time we take a break before we get in trouble.
Hi, this is Frank Green from the It's Gonna Get Weird podcast, a podcast I host with Scott Clark. You're gonna get everything you need on the podcast. Lots of laughs, lots of music, some sports, and maybe some inappropriate shit. Usually that's Scott's forte. Check it out. It's Gonna Get Weird. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, and everywhere you get your podcasts online. It's Gonna Get Weird.
Hey, what if you don't get out of here and make it fast? I'm gonna put my foot right in your ass. Oh!
Hey, it's Mark Maxwell at Maxwell's House of Music. Listen, all this stuff is now available to purchase on our website. Check it out at maxwellshouseofmusic.com.
We carry all the top brands, like Fender.
We got Gibson.
We also have basses.
We've got ukuleles.
We got drums. We've got sound gear.
We've got keyboards.
What inspires your music?
Oh man, that's a pretty crazy question. I don't know. I guess I just like, I don't know. I feel like ideas just pop into my head, and like very simple ones. And then I just go to my room, and I don't know. As far as lyrically, that's kind of how it happens. Like a small little concept will pop into my head, and then I'll type that down, and then like within the next week, I'll have like a whole song. When it comes to like musically, just listening to a lot of music helps. I get influence from like anything I listen to. So pretty much I just try to listen to as much music as I can, and then I just sit down and I don't know, little riffs will come out, and then I'll just expand on them until it's a fully realized thing. But I think listening to other music is probably the biggest thing that really gets the juices flowing, I guess.
Definitely. Like hearing a riff and saying, you know, what if you twisted it? And it essentially, I don't want to say reproduced because that kind of has a weird kind of context to it. But if you were applying your producer hat to another riff and saying, okay, well, what if you went to this F here instead of, you know, this G or something like that? How different would it make it sound, and how much better would it sound, type of stuff?
And I think for me, it's because I don't really know how to read music, or like but I think it's mainly like the strategies, I guess is the best word to use, like the way the song's constructed, or the way the riff is, not necessarily like note for note, but just like a vibe of a riff.
Sure.
It'll like send me off like, oh, I want to do a song like that kind of a thing, you know?
Definitely. I get that. I think that's a big part of it for most musicians, is that we're all influenced by each other. So
for sure.
It absolutely relates to the art imitating life type thing, which is really art imitates art when you really break it down.
For sure.
Getting into the new album, the artwork is pretty badass. What can you tell me about this?
Yeah, who is that guy?
His name's Matt Sticker, with 2 Ks.
Bargain Bin Blasphemy.
Yeah, Bargain Bin Blasphemy on Instagram. He's a dude who generally does like I guess like death metal bands and like more like extreme, like super extreme kind of stuff. Sometimes his stuff's like gory or like kind of cartoony, but he's done like just straight like oil paintings and like painting stuff. And I just figured that like his painting style would work perfectly for what I had in my mind. And then I just hit him up, and then like literally within less than like 3 days, he like got my concept perfectly, and he ran with it. And then like it was actually the quickest part of the process. Like less than 2 weeks later, he had this like insane cover, and it was mind blowing actually how awesome it came out compared to what my expectations were, not of him as an artist, but just like getting my idea onto paper, you know. So it was pretty awesome.
For sure.
And doing the death metal art, and then I love that guy's artwork, but I was like, well, we don't need death metal artwork. But then he did this beautiful, beautiful thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now.
Never judge him.
It's so interesting because there's so much going on. You've got the kind of like the druids in there in the hall that's in the cave that's surrounded by this giant forest. And then it looks like a blood river coming out of it.
Yeah, it's funny that we didn't realize that the PR guy from the label was like releasing that cover out to people. So we were kind of like, wait, what the hell? I mean, it's fine, it's cool, but we were just like seeing it online, and we were like, wait, how did this happen? But I mean, it's a good thing because like I was going to release it early anyway because it's so chill. But yeah, it's the concept is just we didn't really know what to do, so I just picked like the lyrical themes from a few songs, and then I knew I wanted it to be in the woods, so then we just kind of mashed like 2 or 3 of the ideas from the lyrics into one insane image, and it's wild, man. It's really cool.
For sure. I'm completely digging it. So again, you know, now with how everything in life is different for musicians, what do you all have next? Are you already starting to write new stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, we're already working. Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, it's all we can it's all we can friggin'
That's
do
all
at
we
this point.
got.
So yeah, we're already starting our next. What were you saying, Peirson?
Well, I was just saying we have like 2 new songs we've been working on.
Yeah, 3, and they're fucking sick.
Yeah.
Isn't it 3?
No, it's 2.
I have like 2.5, but yeah.
Yeah, 2.5.
Yeah, I mean that's all we could do is just keep on like pumping stuff out. So hopefully, I kind of want to do another EP. I don't know about doing another whole full length right off the bat, but that's what I have most interest in doing is like 4 or 5 songs. But that's probably a little ways off.
Oh, for sure, because you haven't even got the full length out yet. So
Yeah.
for sure, it was interesting because a few weeks back, Lips from Anvil was on the show, and he made a comment about they always release their albums at the beginning of a year, like in January, beginning of February type stuff, and by the time the next year rolls around, it's almost as if they don't remember the album.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it's like, that is so interesting how in the world we have come to, where music started out as releasing singles and then went to album oriented. And here we are, 60 years later, almost 70 years later, going back to singles again, because people releasing 2-song singles, they release an EP, try to push a lower number of songs.
I feel like if you're a band that puts out a lot of music, it's easier, and it gets it out there quicker as opposed to us waiting to have another 40 minutes of music. It's like I'll have another 40 minutes of music by the time that those 4 songs are out. So it's like I feel like as long as you have the intention of doing a full length, then like you can get away with doing smaller formats in the in between,
For sure.
But it's funny that he said that though, because it's like, I mean, how many albums does Anvil have at this point? So he's a professional at writing a whole album and then instantly probably forgetting it because he's on to the next thing. It's
absolutely.
But I totally get that though, because I have to, since we're doing these new songs, I already have to like sit down and remember the songs from the EP or remember the songs from the album that's not even out yet. So it's pretty ridiculous.
I feel like
they just gotta teach me.
Yeah. I think the accessibility of like the internet too, I feel like makes people appreciate smaller releases now because everything's like at your fingertips. So if you're really digging a band you follow on Instagram or Facebook and they just release like a 2-song release or something, you can just check it out real quick and move on to the next thing. So I feel like the internet kind of has made people appreciate singles and smaller releases for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely shifted. Like we were talking about earlier, it shifts the attention span. So if you can kind of just keep peppering people with stuff, and I guess that's the best strategy there is.
Right.
For sure.
Well, and I think in pop music, that's where it originally had started going back to the singles about 15 to 20 years ago. And then metal took its place where we brought back cassettes. We brought back the 7-inch singles again, where, a lot of bands, unless you were hardcore, you didn't really have metal 7-inch singles during the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
for sure.
Awesome stuff. All right, I'm going to drop these sponsor segments in here really fast, so hang out. We're coming right back with Blazon Rite.
Welcome to the night. You think you know Night Demon? Then the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast is for you. Step into the darkness as we peel back the curtain to give you an unprecedented, all-access look into the mind and the heart of the demon. We're talking band history, song analysis, studio anecdotes, stories from the road. It's everything a diehard Night Demon fan could want and more. This is the only place to learn the inside scoop, the deep dive trivia, the untold tales from the band members themselves and those closest to the Night Demon story. Need more? The sacred Night Demon Crypt will be pried open to reveal demo recordings that have never before seen the light of day, all with in-depth commentary by the band and the people who were there for the writing and recording process. This is a gold mine, a treasure trove of all things Night Demon. Head over to nightdemon.net or wherever you listen to podcasts.
I want to shift gears here on us.
Yeah, shift it up.
All right.
Do it.
I'm going to consort the questions here, and I like to ask general profile questions of all the guests that come on the Metal Forge, just because I like to understand people, because they're watching the news these days. There's so many motherfuckers that I don't understand. So I like to ask some general profile questions of all the musicians that come on, because I like to know what make people tick.
This is dicey.
What new skill are you currently learning?
Oh shit!
I thought you said scale. All right, skill. Trying to stay awake after a day of work. That's the skill I'm currently trying to work on right now.
Right on.
What about you guys?
Johnny got into Bitcoin recently. Tell him about Bitcoin, Johnny.
Nah, I don't want to talk about that. I'm making money off of cryptocurrency, but that's not the skill that matters. I am learning how to make Italian sauces at home though.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm becoming a saucier of sorts.
Hell yeah.
I really can't think of anything. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, he's not learning shit.
Yeah, I'm not
Except
really.
for he's going to school, but he's in classes right now, but he's not learning shit.
I guess I'm back in school too, actually. So yeah,
you guys are both fucking in school, aren't you?
Yeah, we're both in school currently.
Wow. If you followed your dream as a child, what would you be doing right now?
I wanted to be a musician, so I guess I'm kind of happy with it now.
Living the dream, baby.
That's right.
I wrote some weird shit down as a child, so I think I wrote like that I wanted to be a Mormon so I could have multiple wives. I definitely don't want that anymore, though. I wrote that down. It's fucking weird.
I guess I'd be like a scientist, like working in a lab with like different like color like beakers and shit.
Right on.
I guess I was kind of a nerd. Yeah.
Yep. I had the scientist thing too. I got you.
Yeah.
Bro.
Hell yeah.
What was your favorite TV show growing up?
Pokemon. Pokemon was
The Simpsons.
Pokemon, The Simpsons.
I think everybody's The Simpsons. Though. Pokemon's.
I feel like I had so many. Family Matters. I was a big Urkel dude. I was a big Urkel guy.
Yeah, Urkel that's a good one too.
Out of younger bands, you are the first one to say an actual live action television show. Yep. Who do you wish you never saw live?
I saw this punk band, Moderate Liquidation, and they sucked. I liked them a lot, and it was disappointing.
I saw this band called Acid Mother's Temple once, and they were like really fucking bad. Like, I don't know. I don't mean to talk shit, but like live they were just not good. It was just like a bad movie or something.
That's harsh.
Man, my list is like fucking endless, dude. I can't even.
You have that
I can't
many
think
people
of like
you wish you never saw live?
Yeah, I've been on quite a few tours that you're just like, oh god, I can't think of like a bigger one off the top of my head, to be honest.
Name one off the last Crazy Bowl tour.
Dude, I couldn't even tell you.
The band that opened for us in Providence or some shit. I forget the name of it.
I couldn't.
Sea of bands. You guys hate everybody.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, you know. I'm not gonna...
Every band we've ever seen.
Everybody have to play with socks.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the best advice you've ever received?
I don't think I've ever gotten any good advice. I can only think of the bad advice.
Yeah.
Which that's the thing. You know, I usually ask, what's the worst advice you've ever received?
Dude, I don't think I've ever had someone just like sit me down, put the arm on the shoulder, and just give me some straight up like wholesome shit. I can't think of anything. I don't know. What about you, Pierce? I know you got some shit.
Nah, nobody's ever talked to me like that in my life.
Nobody's ever given us any advice.
Right on.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
I think the best advice that I got is just by observing people who did bad things, and then that's advice.
That makes sense. Yeah. I can see
that's
that.
Yeah. Right there.
What food can you not stand?
String beans. I fucking hate them.
What the fuck? Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I love string beans. I just had them.
Nah, they're not bad. I don't know. Just saying.
There was this one food. I forgot what it is, but I don't like it.
I feel like if I had fish eggs, I feel like that would probably be the worst food.
That's caviar.
I could ever. It sounds like
Good.
it would be so bad though. Like little fish eggs. I don't know.
Catherine, what's that food I don't like?
Oh my god. I don't know, man. That's a hard one because there's a lot of food that I like that I can't eat because it just makes me like fart a lot.
Yeah, broccolini makes me fart too much, so I don't like that. Like baby broccoli,
Right?
if you boil it down, I like the way it tastes, but if I eat it, yeah, same thing. It makes me fart a lot.
Sabbath or Zeppelin?
Sabbath.
Oh, definitely Sabbath for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. What do you collect?
Vinyl records.
Yeah, same. I collect vinyl too.
I do, but not nearly as much as them.
Right on.
That's pretty much
knives.
the only thing
Yeah.
I collect on a bigger scale, on a mass scale.
Right.
Is
Yeah.
records.
Is records for sure. I mean, it's a collectible market. I'm one of those ones where even if I don't like all of the albums from a band, I have to buy and collect every album from the band.
That's a slipper. That's dangerous right there.
Right. Depending on who it is. I mean, and when mine personally doesn't necessarily go to like I gotta have every single release as well, because if you're collecting Metallica, they've got fucking seven singles off of the last 9 albums each. They've only had 10 albums, so so yeah, I don't get into that extreme. Like if it's got if it's got cool artwork like Creeping Death or something, yeah, I would get it, but album wise, but yeah, for me, if it's like a bazillion singles now, if it's the albums, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I'd like to collect Motorhead's discography, like all not their singles, Jesus Christ, but all of their albums. I would eventually like to get on vinyl.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
dude, I can't do that all anytime soon because I would break the bank, obviously.
What is your getaway from music?
Hot tubs.
You say hot tubs?
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. I'm always trying to find out. Trying new hobbies. Going shooting, riding my bike that I just got. I just got a bidet. Anything.
Oh my gosh.
The one escape.
I like shooting too, though. Actually, I went to the range today. Like again.
For sure.
Eating food, cooking food.
Right.
I love to do that.
What is something you've always wanted to do, but you're not coordinated enough to do?
Like shred solo, like just fucking, just go like ham. But I don't think I'll ever be like, I practice a good amount, but I don't think I'm just physically ever going to be able to do that. Like I can blues solo and shit pretty well, but I can't really like sweep solo and stuff like that. I don't know.
That's how I feel about playing guitar.
Yeah, sweeps are overrated though. You don't want to.
Yeah, they are. I don't think I would ever
use play bass. My fingers make sense for playing bass, but playing guitar would never make sense for the physical structure of my fingers. and I guess my brain as well. It just doesn't make sense to me. I tried.
No, I can get behind that because I like to think that I'm a pretty decent bass player, but I'm I'm an okay like
or singing and playing bass. Can you do that?
Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for the most part. Some people would say no.
Yeah.
Lucky you, huh?
Johnny's not a multitasker.
I can't.
Hey, I get it.
One thing.
I get it. Yeah. Big question here. What is your most unpopular music opinion?
Oh my God, I feel like I have so many.
Most unpopular music opinion?
Yes.
I don't know.
It's hard. I feel like this isn't an unpopular opinion. I feel like I have a lot, but I really don't like. I hate Dave Mustaine's vocals. I feel like that's pretty generally accepted, though. I hate his vocals.
I agree with you on that. For the degree of they come second to everything else in the band.
Yeah,
I disagree with that, but
I think he mumbles.
It's just like, to me, it hurts the band. Even though they're so good musically, it hurts. It hurts my like pleasure of them. But
I like Tiny Tim.
You like Tiny Tim? That's your unpopular music opinion?
I don't know. Do people like him?
I don't know. Doesn't everybody?
I don't know.
About you, Peirson?
I don't know. I'm trying to think, man. I mean, I know you guys like Kiss. I never really cared about. It's not like I dislike them. I just never really cared about Kiss. and I know like a lot of people like them, so I guess that's an unpopular opinion. I never got into them, motherfucker.
Good to know, bruh. Right. Looks like we're looking for a new guitar player.
All right. Your career's over.
Jesus. Who do you lean on outside of the band for a neutral opinion?
Nobody, really.
Yeah, fuck them. No.
I don't know. I don't think there's anybody. Do we? I don't know.
Nah. I feel like I like show other friends that aren't into it, but I really only care about what these dudes think about it or what I think about it. Yeah, I'm not really worried about. I don't really like heat check any of my music before I show it to these guys. So
I think it's just us.
Yeah, it's just us.
Right on. No, I mean sometimes people will sit there. Oh, I show my wife or my best friend, and hey, that's totally cool. You're doing.
My wife loves everything I do, no matter what. She loves it and supports me, so she's biased.
Oh,
yeah,
that's so good.
Can't trust them.
All right, here's some words from the sponsors, and then we're going to come back. We're going to get some final thoughts from the guys in Blazon Rite here, and then we're going to jam the fuck out.
Hey guys, Wrestling Steve of the Wrestling Steve Show here. So if you're currently listening to the Metal Forge with Mark Jackson, then you understand that Mark Jackson has a pretty discerning taste when it comes to music as a whole. You'll also understand that he has a discerning taste for professional wrestling, just like me. My show is called the Wrestling Steve Show. I talk about modern and classic pro wrestling in a completely unbiased, unfiltered way. Be sure to check me out on all available podcasting platforms. That is the Wrestling Steve Show. And I am the host, Wrestling Steve. Just remember, like Confucius said, man who goes through turnstile in Thailand is going to Bangkok. Pro wrestling.
Hey, are y'all in a band? Do you need merch for shows? By now I'm sure you've seen all the Metal Forge patches that are available, along with many more. Well, the printer I use for those is UKR Patcher. Check them out on Facebook and Etsy. They do awesome custom work and for extremely affordable prices for any band budget. Check them out, UKR Patcher on Facebook and Etsy. All right,
yeah.
Got a few more questions here. What's your biggest pet peeve?
Slow walker.
The fact that Johnny smells like old cheese all the time.
Oh god, this is another one. I have an endless list.
When Peirson forgets every fucking thing.
Yeah. I guess mine is like,
better bring my backpack next practice.
Yeah, I know Peirson doesn't mean shit. I know he doesn't mean to do this, but yeah, like forgetfulness and like when you gotta say shit like 1,000 times, that really drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Oh.
That's not just a shot at him. That's not just a shot at him. That's just a general pet.
Right. Absolutely.
And I don't smell like cheese.
For the record.
It's like an old boot. More like an old boot.
Oh.
No, I smell like Gap in 1996.
Nice. You kind of do, actually.
Like leather. Like shoe leather.
Speaking of which, denim or leather?
We're a denim man, I feel like. Oh, never mind. I'm a denim guy.
Leather. Yeah, I'm a leather
Yeah, I'm a denim guy.
I'm a
I
denim
don't wear
guy.
leather pants, but I wear a denim guy.
I'm a denim guy, but this next winter coming up, I'm definitely flexing for some leather.
Right on.
I want a pair of leather pants.
Yeah, you definitely need some leather pants for sure.
And 40 size waist leather pants.
Yeah, so anybody out there listening, get with him and get him some.
40 waist, 40 by 32. I have to go to Walmart to get pants. It's very hard for me.
Right.
I have long legs and a long waist.
What album is a complete playthrough for you?
Complete playthrough? Caught Somewhere in Time by Iron Maiden.
For me, it's Jim's least favorite Battery album, or second. It's not your least favorite. I just know you talk shit about it. Is Hammerheart or Twilight of the Gods by Battery. Sorry, I get the two mixed up.
I was going to say Hammerheart's kind of the best one, but
Twilight of the Gods for me.
Man, this is like I have so many of these. I guess Screaming for Vengeance is like the first one that comes in my mind because from when I was like a little kid, just listening to that all the way through, like a lot.
Definitely.
Screaming for Revenge. Yeah.
It seems like the people with the Priest deal is like, it seems like they really fall right there on that line of either Screaming for Vengeance or Defenders of the Faith, which both are good, but most of their fan base, it's either or. And I think that's really funny.
Yeah, I have to go Screaming for, I mean, they're both equally amazing, but I feel like sometimes it comes down to like, what's the one you had when you were like 13, you know?
Right.
And that's the one I had, you know, so.
Well, I personally think Screaming has a better album cover. The Defenders of the Faith kind of looks like the Thundercats.
Yeah.
Which
it's
I
not
was
the
always
strongest one.
No, which I was always a Masters of the Universe guy. So
I like. I choose. If I had to choose, I would choose Defenders, especially the album cover.
Oh, listen to him now. Listen to him now.
It's just more artistic looking.
What?
And like shiny.
Yeah, but they kind of repeated the Screaming cover with Firepower. So
that's true.
That's cool.
Did. They did.
All right. As always, check out Blazon Rite in the links below. Bandcamp, their Instagram, their Facebook page. Buy their EP that's out on there now. And in May, buy the new album that is coming out. Because I guarantee it's going to fucking rock. For sure.
Yeah.
Do you have any shout-outs you want to give to anybody before we leave here today?
Johnny.
Peirson. Or, yeah.
Shout out
I just want to give a shout out to Blaze from Shadowland. He gave me body image issues because he made fun of me in the pool when I wore a wife beater. But after that, my wife and my family and my grandma, Jim and Peirson and Haley.
Yeah, shout out to Will for recording our album. Mastering our album, not recording it.
And Richie Rabid.
Yeah, Richie Rabid. He recorded the album, actually. Yeah, Richie Rabid.
Richie Rabid, bro.
He put his heart and his soul into it. We really pushed his limits, pushed his brain capacity, and he showed out for us. So Richie Rabid, and
dealt with our shit.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it.
Right on. So, final question. And this has kind of became a staple point here on the last question of the show because I think it's pretty cool. What album changed your life?
Kill 'Em All by Metallica.
Yeah, probably Ride the Lightning or like Rain and Blood, probably.
Right on.
Yeah, for me, it's going to be the same thing I was saying. Probably Detestation by Gizm because that was the first band that I liked that had any metallic edge to it.
Definitely. Super fucking rad.
And then after I didn't even listen to Metallica, you know.
What are you saying, dude? You're psychotic.
Who is that? Who's that Metallica band? What? Never
Who the
heard.
Fuck's Metallica?
Tried to cool guy him.
Yeah.
Never heard of them. Are they?
No, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have listened to Metallica. You know.
Oh, okay.
Who's that Metallica band? Are they? Anything like Megadeth?
Yeah. Well, people in Long Island they don't like Metallica. They like Megadeth. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they hate Slayer. Don't get me started about that.
That's so whack.
Definitely.
Oh, shit.
They love Megadeth and they hate Metallica.
Right.
It's true.
Johnny, James, Peirson, thank you guys so much for coming on this week. This has been an absolute blast.
Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, man.
I totally dig relaxed episodes where you can just sit back and laugh, and I feel like I've got to laugh so much in this show because it's been so fucking fun. So,
hell yeah, dude.
From the EP, what would you like me to play out for you guys today?
It's up to you guys. From the EP, Diamond Dagger would be cool.
Yeah, Diamond Dagger would be sick.
So, you heard these guys. From Dulce Bellum Inexpertis, from Blazon Rite, this is Diamond Dagger.
A howl in the cold night wakes me from my sleep. Been running for days to steal all my blades, to stain from those who they said were my enemies. I've deserted now, out on
fire to warm me. I have no home, no hearth, no stone.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning into the Metal Forge this week. I really appreciate every last one of you that listens. But before I go any further, I do want to tell you that we do have a Patreon page here. And there's 3 tiers. There's the Down and Dirty $1 tier. It's just $1. Hey, you're not going to miss $1. Nobody does. Then there's the $5 Showstoppers tier, which you get a patch, stickers, whatever we have that's in that price range. And then there's the $20 a month Master, where you can get a t-shirt, any size, any color of the Metal Forge logo. Fuck yeah, that's awesome stuff. Oh, and by the way, if you donate on there, guess what? You get the show 2 days in advance from everybody else. Thank you all so much. It's patreon.com/metalforgeradio. Check it out and donate today. I love you guys. Thank you.